as she's gripping onto that women's championship and holding it high right now. The reaction from this crowd here in Miami, they came to see a fight, and I'm sure Asuka's going to give it to him. As the SmackDown Women's Champion, it is her right, it is her duty, it is her responsibility to give one hell of a match and to put on a show. When it comes to making great WWE 2K content, especially a successful WWE 2K universe mode, there are a lot of frustrations that come into play. Trust me, I know all about it. I've wanted to pull my hair out countless times. Well, if I had any hair to pull out, maybe I would have did it. Don't worry though, because your boy Third Strike has you covered. I have been the sacrificial lamb, so to speak, for how many times I have restarted match after match to get things right. One thing that I have been asked throughout the time that I made Universe Mode countless times is how I script my matches. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you guys 7 tips on how you can make an epic 5-star match in any WWE2K Universe Mode. So follow these steps. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and also leave comments on what you would like to see next, because this is the WWE 2K blueprint, ladies and gentlemen, the essential guide to having a successful 2K universe mode. Ropes. What's Asuka thinking right there? Oh my god, double knees to the back. And Asuka taking time to taunt. Tip number 1. 2 are always better than 1. And now what's Andrade thinking as he goes out to the apron? Maybe a little bit of a springboard here as he once again tries to taunt, coming in. And oh my god, a huge neck breaker right there, rolling through the middle rope. Andrade may have this one in the bag. We may see a new television. No. The first thing I would recommend if you really want to dictate the pace and scripting of a match is to never play with one controller. Invest yourselves in a second and possibly third and fourth controller if you want to have complete control over what happens in the match. If you want to have control over kickouts, reversals, minor reversals, major reversals, highlight reels, interferences, anything. A second, third, and fourth controller always come into play, and it is a good investment. I can promise you that you will have an easier time having matches without botches and mistakes by using extra controllers. It's just pretty much a basic standard to the universe mode content creators. He looks a little bit pissed right now. He's fired up. He's telling Black to get to his feet. Aleister Black may be in trouble here. I could smell a new television champion, and it's brewing. Andrade looking for it out of the corner. Cartwheel Pele kick was missed. No, Aleister Black had his number, and Aleister Black with the black mass. Tip 2. Do not limit yourself. What I mean by do not limit yourself is do not limit yourself to the stock movesets that come with WWE 2K. To be honest, they're not all that accurate anyway if you haven't noticed. In my universe mode, I'm constantly changing my movesets out. I'm constantly looking at them and changing moves. If I want somebody to react different, if I want somebody to react as a heel, I'm going to make sure that I add face rakes, eye gouges, aggressive stomps and chops, a little bit of dirty tactics, chokes in the corner. If I want my superstars to react a little bit more powerful in that match, I'm going to make sure that I add tosses from the corner. It gives a sense of immersion to the match that you're trying to tell. It helps you tell the story. If you limit yourself to the stock movesets that come with WWE 2K, you are almost destined for failure. Tip 3. Practice play as your friend. Now that I covered a couple basics, I'm going to cover one a little bit more advanced that maybe not a lot of people knew about. Inside Create a Moveset, they have the practice play option. But did you know that if you have 2 controllers hooked up that you can use both controllers inside practice play? Yeah, that's right. So while I'm chaining moves together and looking at what sequences go together to make the perfect match, I'm also looking at what the second controller can do. Can I get a minor or major reversal out of this move to change the flow of the match? Where will I position the person if I do this move? What type of counters do what? This is a perfect way to script your matches and to figure out how you want to do your reversals and time them accordingly. Not a lot of people know about this, but I do this. Nobody said that scripting a match would be easy, but then again, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Tip 4. Make it easy on yourself. Now when I say make it easy on yourself, I mean exactly that. When you're rummaging through the movesets and you're browsing move on top of move and you're trying to put together the perfect moveset to make the best sequence possible, remember it's going to get kind of confusing. So make sure that you put your go-to moves in a button spot where you feel comfortable and you know where they're at. Me, for example, I like to use the up and down variations of every position as my go-to moves. For example, if I need to come up with something on the fly because a superstar positions himself somewhere different, my go-to moves are always set to my up and down keys for the strikes and grapples. This has helped me tremendously because sometimes you might want to position somebody somewhere and the wrong type of suplex or strike can position them somewhere else or cause them to roll out of the ring or crawl to the corner, and that in itself may cause a headache. Keep in mind, this is just a blueprint and there are always unforeseen factors that will cause you to have to adjust accordingly mid-match. This has helped me a lot. Tip 5. Remember Google Spreadsheets. Remember that guy Google Spreadsheets when I did the draft episode? Well, he's back again. Google Spreadsheets has been the foundation to my universe mode ever since I started it, and it's such a great tool. It's used from everything in my universe mode, from drafting and maintaining my roster, all the way to, you guessed it, scripting my matches. And as you can see, I've used a Google spreadsheet move for move verbatim to help me with this match. This has everything from minor and major reversals all the way down to when I use the taunt button and what button I use for the taunt. It's very tedious and very aggravating, but during my time when I pause the match for highlight reel, I'm constantly looking back at this, and as we said before, there are unforeseen events that happen. But as long as I have a good structure, I can always change things on the fly by looking at this. And like I said, it could be aggravating, but just give it a try. See if it helps you out just as much as it's helped me. Tip 6. Shorter is better. I don't necessarily mean shorter is better by how long the match is. What I do mean is, if you could take shorter clips of matches and combine them into one, it might not be as aggravating. All you have to do is add crowd cuts, taunts from the corner, standing taunts, anything that you can add to piece the match together piece by piece. As long as you can sync the audio good and know how to audio edit very well, this could be a big factor in how well your matches are. For example, some of my matches are 6 or 7 matches put together and you don't even know it. Unless you're a universe mode creator, of course. When you see crowd cuts, usually you know that's a telltale sign of a mess up somewhere about the way. But for the most part, a lot of my matches aren't even one whole match together. Bet you didn't know that. Tip 7. Find a constant. When I say find a constant, it's pretty basic. There are certain moves inside the game that will always do the same exact thing verbatim. And what I mean by that is, for example, a superplex. If you do a superplex, you're going to land the superplex the same way every time. Something from the corner, you're going to do it the same exact way every time. So, if you get to a mess up, make sure that you have a constant that you can rely on. For example, if 2 moves prior to your mess up, you did a superplex, and you did a mess up and you need to go back and fix that real quick, revert back to that superplex, do the superplex again, and restart your chain. It's just that simple. If you can find constants and a load of them throughout the WWE2K game, use them as an exploit to make your matches greater. Why not? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that covers it for this episode of the WWE2K Blueprint, the essential guide to creating a successful WWE universe. As always, don't forget to leave in the comments section what you thought of this episode, if there's any tips and tricks that other people can use that you use that I haven't covered, if any of these tips and tricks help you or if you've used them already. Also, Do not forget to leave a comment on what future episodes you'd like to see. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Please, show some love to your boy. It goes a long way in helping this channel. I appreciate y'all, and this is your host, Third Strike Entertainment, bringing you the tips and tricks that you need to create a successful WWE universe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Peace.